Journalism isn't just about reporting facts. It's about the courage to speak about them when the world is silent. On March 20th, 2026, the era that Edward Murrow built officially ended when CBS announced that its news radio will go off the air. He was the man who defined the gold standard. And today, we look at why his demand for objective, investigative truth is more relevant in our modern age than ever before. Murrow didn't start as a journalist. He was a business major until a professor named Ida Lou Anderson changed his life. She taught him to sit behind a screen and read aloud to find the rhythm of the truth. But even before he was famous, Murrow showed immense courage. As president of the National Student Federation in 1930, he tricked segregated Atlanta hotels into hosting an integrated banquet for black and white delegates. This showed everyone from very early on that he would never be bullied, pressured, or bought. Before Murrow, radio news was just a guy in a studio reading a newspaper. Murrow changed that. In March 1938, during the Nazi annexation of Austria, he coordinated the first ever multi-point news roundup, seamlessly switching live between reporters in Vienna, London, Paris, and Berlin.
Over the former Austrian legation. Unofficially, many Italian sources say that Mussolini is pretty concerned about the shape of events and more concerned about the shape of things to come.
He invented the live switching format we see on CNN today, bringing the chaos of a collapsing Europe directly into American living rooms, which made the war much more real. He also didn't just report on the war, he risked his life for it, pioneering immersive journalism. In December 1943, he flew on a Royal Air Force Lancaster bomber straight into anti-aircraft fire over Berlin. In his broadcast, Orchestrated Hell, he described the searchlights as an unhealthy white light and the violent bombs as looking like a fistful of white rice thrown on a piece of black velvet. He didn't rely on military press briefings. He went to the front lines to verify the truth himself. On April 15, 1945, Murrow became the American conscious. He was the first reporter to enter the Buchenwald concentration camp. He explicitly told his producers not to use background music, believing the truth didn't need a soundtrack. He used short, sharp sentences, almost like a hammer. He famously said, "I pray you to believe what I have said. I reported what I saw and heard, but only part of it. For most of it, I have no words." The silence between his words proved that a journalist's duty is to ensure the world can never say, "We didn't know." Murrow successfully transitioned to television by refusing to treat it as just radio with pictures. During the brutal stalemate of the Korean War in 1952, he didn't interview generals in warm, cozy offices. He dragged massive TV cameras into the freezing cold trenches to interview exhausted, dirt-covered soldiers for an episode of See It Now. In doing so, he essentially invented the modern television documentary. Murrow's most famous moment was taking down Senator Joseph McCarthy's Red Scare. But he tested the waters first. In 1953, he defended Milo Radulovic, an Air Force lieutenant, stripped of his commission just because his father read a Serbian newspaper. CBS was actually so terrified of sponsor backlash that Murrow and his producer, Fred Friendly, paid out of their own pockets for a New York Times ad to promote the specific episode. Months later, Murrow took on McCarthy directly. When McCarthy was given equal time to respond, he simply called Murrow a leader of the Jackal Pack. Murrow proved that objectivity doesn't mean giving both sides equal weight if one side is lying. A massive debate in journalism today. Murrow also forced audiences to look at ugly domestic truths, airing footage of white mobs threatening black students in Clinton, Tennessee in 1956. But doing this hard-hitting work came at a cost. To keep his serious news on the air, CBS forced him to host person-to-person, interviewing celebrities like Marilyn Monroe in their homes. And he hated it. He feared that infotainment and gossip would eventually kill all real news. Now, Murrow's final journalistic masterpiece was 1960's Harvest of Shame, an immersive exposure of migrant labor camps. Yet the supreme irony of his career came a year later when JFK appointed him director of the United States Information Agency. As a government official, Murrow actually tried to stop the BBC from airing Harvest of Shame because it made America look bad. This shows the large internal conflict between journalism and government public relations. Despite this contradiction, his legacy as the gold standard of journalism is unmatched. He earned a Peabody Award, an Alfred I DuPont Award, and even a Grammy. For his bravery in London, he was named an honorary Knight Commander of the British Empire. In 1964, President Lyndon Johnson awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and he is one of the few journalists to hold 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Today, the highest honor a broadcast newsroom can achieve is winning the RT-DNA's Edward R. Murrow Award. He warned us in 1958 that television is nothing but wires and lights in a box unless we use it to illuminate and inspire. Today, whether we are talking about network news or AI algorithms, it isn't the technology that matters, it's the human conscience behind it.